The golden eagles and the Mongolian Kazakh hunters made it all the way from the far west of Mongolia, Baingulgi province, flying over 1,700 kilometers for the annual Golden Eagle Festival to the capital city of Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar. This time, the top 20 eagle hunters made it here today and are ready to start the competition.
Миний бүркэт бол одоо надтай хамт 3 жил болж байгаа. 3 настай бүркэт бол дандаа ийм бүркэт бол анги барьдаг. Ер нь жоохон жижигдүү биетэй байдаг. Одоо энэ ах балах гэж хэлдэг энэ цагааныг бол ах гэж хэлдэг. Ах балах гэж нэрлэдэг. Тийм. Энийг бол томоогоо.
The Mongolian Kazakhs are one of the few ethnic groups in the world that have kept their ancient culture the way it was thousands of years ago, and they are predominantly living in Baingulgi province. Baingulgi is located in the western region of Mongolia, and it's the highest province. Most of it is located in the Mongolian Altai Mountains. There are about 130,000 Kazakhs living there, and 1/3 of the population maintaining the traditional semi-nomadic lifestyle by moving with their herds several times a year. They use their own Kazakh language for everyday communication, and Islam is the primary religion of the Kazakh people. There are about 10 different kinds of eagles in Mongolia, but only golden eagles are trained to hunt, as they are one of the largest kinds and able to catch bigger animals like fox and wolf.
Өдөрт бол нэг удаа холно. Тэ. Зүүнний цагт бол хамаагүй өгнө. Тэ таргалуулаад тэгээд энэ өдмөдийг бүгдийг гүйцэд гарахын тулд одоо таргалуулчихдаг. Зүүнний цагт. Зөвхөн өвлийн цагт 9 сараас эхлээд ан гэдэг энэ бүргдэр.
Kazakh eagle hunters take only baby female golden eagles from their nests, or they use a rope net to trap fully grown ones. These are able to fly better as they are larger and stronger than the male golden eagles. According to the history, hunting with eagles among the Central Asians began 6,000 years ago.
Ангигээд байвал зүгээр л дээ бусан болгоо. Энд нэгэнд бол тэнгэрлэг амтныг гэрдээ байлгаад байх биш. Ямар өөрөө тэжээгээд ан хийгээд энд уг нь ан хийх зорилттой ч дээ.
The Golden Eagle Festival is the largest gathering of the eagle hunters organized since 1999. The festival is officially recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Cultural Event in 2010. It takes place twice every year in Mongolia. Once in Baingulgi in October, and the other time is in March at a tour camp which is only 14 kilometers outside of Ulaanbaatar. The festival is opening now with the parade of the eagle hunters. This mesmerizing image of the hunters, rather looking like ancient warriors with their unique costumes and eagles on their arms, seems like a scene out of a mythical movie. There is a new star of the eagle hunting culture. A young girl is among the hunters.
Ийм бүрэгт болохоор би анх удаа Анх удаа өөрнөөс бууж би өөр авсан бас кино тоглосон бүргэд байгаамаа одоо 4 настай.
Aishulpang is a young girl, is the first ever female eagle huntress in the modern history of Mongolian Kazakh countries. 2016 British-American documentary about Aishulpang and her journey to become an eagle huntress made her into an international sensation. Through this extraordinary story, the world is now much more aware of the eagle hunting culture of the Kazakh people.
Тиймээ гадаад сургууль болохоор Лондонгийн Оксфорд буюу Америкийн нэгдсэн улсын Харвард сурах эрхийг бичсэн байгаа. Би болохоор одоохондоо мэргэжлээ шидээгөө байхаа. Гэхдээ эмч болох гэсэн мөрөөдөлтэй.
The story of Aishulpang inspired many other Kazakh girls to become eagle huntresses as well, and 2 of them made it to today's festival.
Ингэж Aishulpang-ы араас бид нар ингэж бүргэдийг байлж бид нар маш их бид нарыг бүргэдийг байлж маш их сонирхолтой болохоор ингэж бүргэдийг байлж яасан. Ийм бүргэдийг миний өвөө байлж яасан. Миний өвөө бас ах нь бүргэгчин болохоор би ингэж бүргэдийг байлж яасан. Манай алтан сүнтэй алдаал салтаа бүргэдийн байр болсон. Тэнт би 3 дугаар байр эзэлж байсан. Би том болоод сагдавал хийж мөрөөдөж байна.
The audience is impatiently waiting for the most important part of the competition to begin. It's an eagle calling demonstration, a show of whose eagle is best at following command of their masters. Bashakhan and Aishulpang had successfully called their eagles back, but few other hunters were not successful in calling them back, as the eagles may have got distracted by the large crowd. Both locals and foreigners come to watch this festival, and many foreigners were among the audience this time. Some of them are living in Mongolia, while others are just visiting.
What do you think about the eagles, girls? Good. You like the eagles, don't you? And their amazing talons.
Cora Nichols lives in Mongolia with her family and works for the Oyutolva, the Mongolian mining company. It's one of the largest gold and copper mines in the world.
Well, this is our first time at the Eagle Festival, so we were all really excited to see the eagles because we've seen the Eagle Huntress, and so we wanted to see it for real. So it was absolutely amazing. I really loved, especially there was one hunter whose eagle soared very high and then swoops down to land on his arm. So that was really spectacular. And we've enjoyed seeing the camels and the sleds and just coming out and enjoying a lovely day with everyone in the community.
So I think one of the things that's very impressive is the eagle hunting. We've seen the DVD of the Eagle Huntress, and it's incredible to learn around what the people over in the far west of Mongolia are doing, the traditions, understanding what it is and the skill, and there again, just sort of seeing how it's ultimately done and how it's passed on through generations.
Meanwhile, other entertaining cultural activities at the festival are catching the eyes of the crowd. Breaking the cowridge with bare fisties, traditional Mongolian game that tests the strength of the man. The most visible expression of tradition is the artwork of the Kazakhs. They are well known by their handmade artwork. This design is used for a wide variety of traditional clothes, home furnishings, and accessories. Beybalot is owner of Kazakh Craft Art Company located in Baingulgi that sells traditional handmade items. Among all the handmade crafts, the items related to eagle hunting are the most popular, and some are even sold to Russia, China, and Kazakhstan.
Гойлоор гэсэн янгрын одоо манай аймагт жилд 5,000-аас 15,000 жуулчин ирнэ. Бүх жуулчид манай бараануудаас авна. Тэгээд тэнд очиод надад мэлээр харцаад сонирхсан бараага захиалгаар хийлгээд бид нар шуудангаар явуулдаг байх.
Soren Zuth is a professional photographer from Denmark, and he loves Kazakh culture and has visited Baingulgi a number of times to take photos. His lovely fox pelt hat comes from there.
He's from Ulgi. I'm a travel photographer. I've been in Nepal and in Africa and in Central America, but I never find people so friendly and open-minded like in Mongolia. I think you have very good tradition and very old tradition, and you're very good to share it with the young people and show it and live with it. So I like very much to stay in Mongolia.
Sorry about that. A little production. Okay. Okay, can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, please. I literally arrived 5 minutes ago to the festival, so maybe if I see you later today, I don't know. But for now, it looks very nice. There's lots of Kazakh hunters who are here, and it's interesting because in UB we don't often notice the Kazakh community. So it's interesting to see the Kazakh people from Bayanolgi, probably also from Kazakhstan. I saw like the diplomatic corps of Kazakhstan is here as well. So it's interesting maybe also for Mongolian and Kazakh relations, which are not often as deep as they could be. So I think it's interesting to have this festival here in UB. And also I couldn't go to the Eagle Festival in Bayanolgi, so it's cool to have it here. Here in UB and not in Bayanolgi. To have both, yeah, sorry.
Chargai had begun by allowing the eagles to catch a fox skiing that's dragged behind a horse. This strategy is also the part of their initial training for the hunt after they have been captured.
За энэ бүргөдөр анх хөрөг хийх асуудал бол өөрөө байгальд бол одоо зэрлэг амтд бие биенээ ингээ барих одоо махшин шуугал мэдээд одоо өнөг хярас туулай магадгүй чадaltaа нэг нь одоо аргал янгар хүртэл барьж идэг одоо асуудал бол байдаг. Тэгэхээр энэ ангийн чихмэлийг одоо бид нэр ингээ бариулж байгаа хэрэг бол жишээ нь мэдээж амьд амьтныг одоо бариулах нь одоо олон нийтэнд заахан эвгүй харагддаг. Тэгээ хамгааллын одоо нийгэмлэг одоо бусад олон улсын хэмжээнд бас эвгүй байдаг учраас яг ангийн нэгэн адил болгоод ангийн чихмэлийг одоо бариулаад олон түмдээ сонирхолж байгаа нь өөрөө бас нэг онцлог.
Anka is originally from Bayanolgi, but she is now living in Ulaanbaatar and is successfully running her own restaurant business with her husband Manuel from France.
Before we could not make it because we have our private business to do. I'm really impressed about this Eagle Festival because the weather is very nice.
My wife, she's Kazakh, and it's now 7 years that we're together, living with her family, and I'm embracing their traditions. I really like on a daily basis, actually. And especially now, Nauris is coming very soon, so we are really looking forward to this event. It's only once a year, but it's a very nice event, and I do really enjoy it, yes.
As everybody knows that the youngsters, they are enrolling the universities in the cities, abroad, big cities, and somehow some of them are ending up in that cities, living over there or in abroad, and some of them are not coming back to their hometown. And this is a bit worrying me that the young generation, that they may not continue this nice tradition that we.
Anka understands the need for the younger generation of Kazakh people moving to Ulaanbaatar to pursue better education and job opportunities, as she did the same herself. But she hopes at the same time that this won't lead to disappearance of the tradition of hunting with eagles in the future.
Одоо 400-аад бүрхтсэн байгаа одоо Bayanolgi гэдэг хамгийн их байгаа одоо дэлхийд их байгаа Bayanolgi аймаг шүү дээ. Одоо Казахстанд гэсэн одоо 100 хэдэн бүрхтсэн байгаа баха. Одоо Bayanolgi аймагт бол энэ 400-аад бүрхтсэн байгаа. Одоо ирээгөө гэртээ тэжээгээд маллаад бүрхтээ анх хийгээд явж байгаа хүн бол олон байгаа. Одоо үргэлжил энэ ямар ч гэсэн одоо бид нараа өр хөвгтээ сургаж байна. Одоо бид нарын дараагийн үе гарч ирэн гэсэн үг. Одоо охноос эхлээд одоо бүрхт бариад анх хийгээд явж байгаа одоо дэлхийд таниулж байгаа. Одоо бол энд одоо бид нар бол энд энэ бүрхтээр анх хийдэг хүн одоо хурдан уйдаг күнчиг одоо бүрхт байхгүй энэ бүрхт байхгүй бол бид нар гэрд тогтохгүй. Одоо ямар ч байсан нэг бүрхт олж аваад зууны сагч, өвлийн сагч тэр ямар ч гэсэн тэр бүркүүдийг олж аваад тэр холн сургун тэгээд одоо тассан байгаа. Одоо бүркүтгүй одоо бүркүтээр анги хийдэг ангчин хүн бол бүркүтгийг суун гэж байхгүй. Бүркүтээ одоо аль болохоор нь одоо сургаж байна. Өөрөөр хоёр хүүхэдтэй нэг охин бол Улаанбаатарт байгаа. Хүү бол хоёр хүү бол хоёулаа бүркүтээр анги хийдэг. Би байхгүй бол тэр тэжээгээд сургаад ангид гараад хийгээд явдаг.
One might be wondering if eagles stay with the hunters for a lifetime after they have been captured, trained to hunt and domesticated.
Энэ бүркүт бол энд 30-аас 40 наслдаг. Тэнгэрлэг амтныг одоо гэрдээ өргөлж байхдаа биш. Одоо нэг 6 жил, 8 жил гартаа байгаад анги хийгээд тэгээд одоо дэлхийд бас үрдэг хэрэгтэй шүү дээ. Тийм учраас одоо дахиад дэлхийд явуулцдаг одоо. Баяр тэнд бас зүгээр явуулчихгүй одоо хэдэн жил байсан бүркүтийг одоо айл хотноор баяр хийгээд нэг мал алаад тэгээд тэмдэглэж байгаад явуулцдаг.
Emotional yet necessary farewell between the hunter and eagle is for the best of the eagle. The golden eagles live long until the age of around 40. Once the eagle goes back to the wild, it can find a mate, lay eggs, and start a new life.